Hello, once again, and welcome to another Build a Terminator. We've hit parts 61 and 62. Do you like my little arrangement there, my dynamic framing? I'm trying, just not hard enough. But anyway, I'm feeling a little bit more awake than I did last week when I was doing my car video. Oh, and I mean to say, I don't know if he's watching this, but a very big thank you to that eBay seller who did mess up, but all was well in the end because he very kindly gave me a refund because I sent both magazines back. So that was a very happy ending. So thank you to him. I was going to say what I bought with the oh yes, I bought a back issue of one of my Rocks magazines because I'm subscribed to the National Geographic Rocks, Gems and Minerals. I'm a geeky rock collector. Anyway, let's get on with 61, and surprisingly enough we'll be working on the leg again, but a very important piece. It's the knee joint this time, and I'm guessing this is plastic, a mighty lot of plastic. And yet again they've given me some more screws, so that's always welcome. Do you know what, the more I try to lever this camera up, the worse it gets, the more lopsided it gets. So I'm hoping you can't actually tell that it's lopsided, because it is very lopsided according to my spirit level thing on the screen. But anyway, you have to take one of these pieces and apply super glue to around the edge of the raised little parts, 4 of those in the middle, and you're putting that, surprise surprise, into that little bit there. So I haven't glued it yet, so let me just glue this. There we go, that's in there. And then, surprise surprise, you need to put the other one in the other side. Well, this is surprising. I've already come to the end of this part, which is putting this part onto this part via the circle there. Got to put that part onto there so that it points apparently straight up, like a little Wi-Fi receiver for your Terminator. Very useful, I'm sure. And you're fixing that in with one of these big 2 screws that you get. I'm guessing you only need one of them. Well, there it is, and it actually swings down. It says don't over tighten because it has to swing down. But quite why it needs to swing down, I don't yet know. But it does, so I must have done it right. And now it's on to 62, and you'll never guess what. We're working on the leg. Who'd have thought? You've got these not very many pieces, but I think what they actually end up doing is quite exciting because we're working on the kneecap. So first of all, we need to put another little black circle into another silver ring of plastic. And I still don't really know why they don't just say put the glue on the end of the pins. You have to put it around the edges. Don't know quite why, because you're never going to see them again, and that would make sense and hold it in place the same way, surely. Well, that's in there. Next I have to put this over the top of that, and I hope it's going to be very satisfying. Oh, I need to put some super glue inside the holes of this part, which surely would have made sense to do on the bit before, but instead apply a little super glue. Come on, this is me you're talking to. You just know I'm going to put too much on. But how does that matter? I mean, it's not exactly going to seep out there, is it? That's a massive space. So that is in there, feeling very plasticky. Well, that's snapped into place very nicely. Oh, I'm doing my instructions slightly wrong here, but you had to put the bit that I just made into the side of my router, and it clipped in really nicely. Doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, and now I can vaguely see how this is going to work and why that bit had to move, because there's the knee joint moving. Well, one day it will be. Losing my voice here, just what I need. I'll tell you what though, the reason I forgot to do this bit was because I was concentrating so hard on getting this right, which is, I think you'd agree, the priority. Okay, and finally, for this stage, you need to take this part, which we've just been working on, and screw that into place with the 3 screw holes you can see there, obviously, matching up to the holes in the plastic. More plastic. And screw that in place with the shorter screws, the 6mm ones, in this little pack here. Yes, I've got another pack of screws. Alright, as you know, I don't like making things too easy for myself, so I'm going to do this the opposite way up from what they are telling you to do in the book. But I know, book, magazine even, but I know what I need to do is match this little Wi-Fi aerial in with this part here. You can see right there. You have to put that inside it, and then you have to put this up into place between the joint there, and that's what forms the knee. So I can see where I'm going with this, but pray silence please, because I'm going in and I will need absolute concentration here. It's going to take a while, even though I'm just going to suddenly jump cut to the next bit. That was easier than expected. I've even been bending the knee. Don't know if I can do it now. There we go. It works nice. I just hope there's not too much tension on that new tendon that I've just put in there. So now the last thing I have to do is take these metal pieces and put one either side. I wonder if you can guess how these go. Do you think they go like this? Like, just like that in there? Flops in nicely with a little bit sticking out there? Of course they don't. They both need to go inwards. So this one obviously is on the other side. And you can't go wrong because the holes that they go into are shaped like this and like that. This one on the other side and this one on this side. Unless I've got it slightly wrong there. I have got it slightly wrong. It's this one on this side. I'll tell you why I got that wrong. It's because I'm doing this up when the Terminator's on his back. And of course in that book it shows you when he's on his tummy. So do Terminators have a tummy? That's why I was getting confused with the pictures. So yeah, good job we've got shapes to help us, kids. Also, I should say, what I should have spotted earlier was that these longer screws are not actually screws, because you won't be screwing anything. You'll be tightening it with the, as you can see there, it's got the special hole. Which you need to tighten up with the little thing. I can't remember what these are called. Anyway, I need to tighten it up with one of those. Okay, I'm having to re-record this bit because I didn't turn my microphone on again. Such a genius videographer that I am. That was poetry. I almost felt quite emotional when it all came together. I did tighten it a little bit too much, so I had to loosen it a bit so that the knee could still bend. And it feels really nice, and it looked really nice as well. And let me just take this off the tripod and I will show you both sides looking very nicely detailed. That's the outside, the little fancy bit pointing upwards, and there's the inside, because my Terminator's on his back still. Kept him on his back the whole time. Yeah, I could make a story about that, but I won't go there. So let me just put this back on the tripod again. So that was 61 and 62. That was a very satisfying conclusion. I feel I've really done something meaty in this video, putting his kneecap on there. There was glue, there were screws, there was clippings together. It had everything. Those were two of the best parts lately. And there's no tension that I can see on this part, but there's still the tension on the other tendon, so that's still a bit of a worry to me. So while my voice holds up, because I'm getting a sore throat now, just like to say thank you very much for watching. Please do consider subscribing to my messy videos, because I guess that's my speciality, and I will meet you back here next time.